breakout Pukalani, and just kind of every rep I take out there, I just kind of always try to tell myself like where I came from and who I'm doing it for, which is God and my family, and that's pretty much it. Yo. I just
Do you feel like, I mean, talking to your position coach, like, is it very much like a business-like thing every play? Like, you're homed in every play? Like, how hard is it? Like, especially if this is your first spring, you're a second-year player, but just how hard, is it hard to be a business-like in that regard, to home in on that, or you turn, especially being younger?
You say it's hard on what you say?
Yeah, or is it harder to have, like, more of a business-like type of demeanor being young?
Yeah, I guess it is, but you just gotta, anything in life, you just gotta take your time, relax, and do one thing at a time, and that's why I feel like I'm doing better at this. So,
what have you learned the most about yourself in this spring?
I've learned that, pretty much not like maybe in the spring, but it was like bowl game. I like known that I can compete at this level, because knowing that you come from Hawaii, not that much people come from out there, especially this. I'm not that tall, so it's kind of like knowing that I can play at the big level, which is Big Ten conference. So, for to have that is a blessing.
What do you think you've improved this spring to give yourself more opportunities?
I proved to Coach Longo and to Coach Guyton that I'm a player that I can be put out in the running back, like in the backfield, do option routes, do like empties, get me isolation with the nickels or backers, and just to really just get open grass and just give me the ball and to make moves. And I don't know if you guys been seeing, I can make a lot of moves on people, so to make people miss.
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite set of plays from the spring that stand out?
Favorite play? I like when coach call All Storm. It's a basically wide play. You go all the way to the sideline. You just isolate against the nickel and just beat them, I guess, and just win.
I've been talking to Phil. He also mentioned that there's some things that you still need to work on. What are some of the things that you're working on right now as you're heading into the final spring practice and then in the summer?
I think I said it earlier, is just really know how to slow the game up and speed up the game, like knowing if it's a tempo play, we got to get there yesterday, which coach always emphasizes on, and just really like when we do empties, win routes, that's when I slow down the game. So that's what I feel like I got to work on. Coach Guyton always tell me on film, like, slow down, you're playing too fast. So just knowing to do fast and slow is like what I've been working on. And my blocking, I feel like I've been getting better, but I still got a lot to prove. So
what do you think about the number of combinations that the wide receiver can throw out there to make DBs have some issues? Like if it's you and Will in the slot together, or just some of these other guys, what has kind of stood out to you about what's possible for this wide receiver group?
All of us, you see it, everybody got potential, anybody can make plays, everybody's playmakers, and just when we go out there, just know that the defense is going to have a hard time against us, because all of us can do things, make them look funny, I guess, whatever, to get open and to get us the first down.
Will Pauling was talking about how he's trying to take more of a leadership role. What have you learned from Will in spring, or just in general?
Last year I learned a lot from him, how to really just take everything as an opportunity, whether it's being early to meetings, being on the field doing extra work, separating yourself from being good to great. So he's been doing that a lot for me, and just the way he do his routes, the way he teaches me how to get out of breaks, just being a good football player overall, just teaching me the little basic things that will separate us from everybody else.
I'm sorry if somebody asked you this already, but what do you think is the big thing that you learned last year, kind of watching from the sideline?
Biggest thing I've learned, to not try to do a lot of stuff at once. Just try to take everything slowly by slowly, do one thing at a time, and if you do that, you'll accomplish more things. And I feel like last year I tried to do so much things, like try to learn the plays, try to get my body right because I was out, and just try to make a play, but not knowing I really got to focus on little things and one thing at a time. So.
Coach says that he prefers not to use the words almost and all that. It's either you win this ball or you lose this ball. Especially being a younger guy, learning the ropes. How does that help you grow as from a mental side and accountability standpoint?
It grows me as a lot, or like it makes me grow a lot, because you don't want a coach to say, "Oh, okay, yeah, you tried," but you just want a coach to always say, like, you got to win. Like, we want you to win, but if you lose, just learn from it. Don't take it as a loss. Take it as a learning thing, and just keep going forward and just try to just try to always win, because that's what Coach Long and Coach Guyton always tells us. Like, we want you to win, but if you can't, then just learn from it and always go to the next play. Like, say if I drop a ball, don't get down on yourself for it. Just go to the next play and make the next play, like a better one.
Is there, I was going to say, I know I asked you about, you said about particular play call that you like, but is there a particular play that you just made, not a play call, but a play that you made from the spring that stands out to you? Because we've seen you do, obviously,
a lot of things, yeah.
Turn people around.
I think it was the one I caught in the backfield. I juked those two guys. I don't remember what play it was, but I like that play. That was probably my favorite one.
Which practice? I'm trying to remember. We've had quite a few plays, so it's hard
on
to
the left sideline.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I do that to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one. I think it was a slip play. Like you got the backfield and you step out. I think that was my favorite one.
Just how do you work? We've seen you, I think, during some of these availabilities, you've been working where you've done like certain movements as a receiver where you're working. Like, what are you working on when you're on the sidelines and trying to work on? Is it release? Is it trying to what are you trying to work on?
Oh, you say when I was doing my extra work?
Yeah. Extra work.
Oh, I'm just working on just when it comes to that point in the game, and what I was working on right there is really getting up to the defender's toes and just really selling the sets, so try to get open. And I just keep emphasizing that, and really I was working on some other stuff. I think it was my breaks, because if like a DB's on you and like you did bad on the set, you have to top it in the route, working on breaks, and because that's where you separate yourself to getting the catch or not. So just working on breaking out quick and just focusing on that.
We were talking to Pauling about how you two are very similar, and then he was asked if there were any differences, and he said something, but then we finally got him to acknowledge he said that he's better looking and he's taller. So I'm just curious. I want to go back to him and talk about crap.
Yeah.
Any comment? Any response to that?
Better looking. I think with us 2 haircuts, we look good, I guess. I think maybe we might be the same. But height-wise, some days I'm taller than him, some days I'm not. It's on a good day, but yeah. That's crazy you said that. That's crazy you said that.
What's going on?
When you have those,
talk,
when you have those two, when you two are both on the, we've seen you both on the field at the same time. Just what do you feel this offense can do, especially in that 10 personnel type of look?
I feel like offense can do a lot. Like me and him as the type of players to isolate people, work people. We got the the fast and twitchiness to do that, and just us on the field looks, I guess, kind of scary. That's what the defense. We always say in the locker room, like whenever we the nickels, they always tell us like Austin Brown or Hunter. They always tell us like seeing both of you guys on the side.
I'm excited about this guy right here, man. I'm excited about this guy right here, man. put a poll or something. You say you're better looking and taller?
I said some days. I wasn't talking like crap like you.
You can have one or the other though. I can't give you both. I'll let you
Looks.
You got it. I told him.
Nah, I'd rather have height.
I told him we both got the height on Coach Longo.
He always sees me for his height, because Longo, but I'm way taller than him. He always sees he's taller than me. He always like joke around like one joke he said the other day. He tried to he told me to grab a marker. He said, "Oh, are you sure you can reach it?" I was like, "Oh, whatever." This guy always joking around with us, but.
Phil also mentioned that how you become your Wisconsin career is very similar to someone that caught almost 200 balls in 2 seasons in Josh Downs at North Carolina in terms of having a big bowl game. What does it mean to kind of hear that? But two, just what are the kind of the next steps for you?
First it was a blessing to be compared to a guy that's in the NFL where my dream is right now. So, and really just my next steps is just try to be similar to that guy, because 200 balls is a lot. So just try to be similar as that, and just try to kind of change that over to my own game, the way I go and do routes or catch the ball or make people miss. So just make plays, yeah.
Trech, you mentioned what it means to represent home, how close you are to that, and just remembering where you came from. I mean, this program has a very recent tradition of Hawaiian players. To continue that, what does that mean to you, and how do you hold that close to your heart?
I hold it close. You can see it's the shirt. There's all the Hawaiians, and it's just really, it's really a blessing coming from Hawaii. People don't make it out there, and just for me to be that type of person, or one like the good guys to make it from there, and I just try to always just remember. My mom always tells me, just remember where you came from. Like, remember the people who helped you get here, and just really remember where you came from. And I always try to take that into every rep of the field, and just try to just make my family proud.
How much of an adjustment was it last year culturally, because Wisconsin is very different?
It's been really hard because the way we talk a lot of pidgin out there. It's like a form of language we have out there, but like the way this guy tries to talk like Hawaiian, it's so funny. But it's just the way the transition, how we say stuff, people don't understand. So I have to really talk better English, and I feel like I've been getting better at it. trying to like not talk like Hawaii, but over here at the same time.
Trech, when you look at your story, I mean, you decided to come to Wisconsin after being committed elsewhere. That crazy week, and now you're here. You're producing. You're going to be one of the top receivers on the team. When you look back and reflect, kind of what do you take away from how this past year has been?
Whenever I look at the past, it's just really like at the time I was probably going through so many things, and I just kind of get proud of myself for really just staying strong to trusting in God and His plan and that He has for me, and just to accomplish so many things that I've did in the past and so many adversity that I've overcame is such a blessing. So I just can't thank Him enough, and my family, my mom, them, my dad, my sisters, my siblings, everybody. To just really helped me get through the hard times. So.
As a freshman, I mean, Coach Guyton said you still, you're already good, but you still got a lot to learn. What did you look to improve on this offseason, and where has that kind of shown so far in the spring?
Oh, yeah, of course. Always got something to improve on everything. Never try to be satisfied in life, and just so many things that I feel like I can work on. But the two I've been working on a lot. I told them before you came, just really just like just kind of like what I was saying earlier, just blocking and really just working on my sets and trying to get open more and knowing how to slow the game down and speed it up at certain times. So that's what I've been trying to get better at.
Coach Guyton,